In last part, we have seen the central tendency and measures of central tendency, the mode and calculation of mode. In this part, we are going to discuss about the combined mean. Suppose there are k groups G1, G2, G3 up to k, Gk. Now, number of scores in a group, say G1 is equal to N1, G2, N2, that means N1, N2, N3 up to Nk are the number of scores in the groups Gk respectively, uh, and their means are M1, M2, M3 up to Mk respectively. Now, if we combine all these groups, then the combined what will be the mean of that combined group? So let us consider the first group. In first group, number of scores is n1 and its mean is m1. So sum of the scores in group G1 is equal to n1 into m1. Similarly, sum of scores in group G is n2 into m2. That means we can find sum of scores in each group for G1 N1 M1, for G2 N2 M2, for G3 N3 M3, and similarly for the group GK is NK MK. Now the suppose the combined group as is equal to capital G. And we have to find the mean of this combined group. That means we have to find the sum of all scores when all these groups are combined and total number of scores in that combined group G. So the number of scores in group G is equal to N1 plus N2 plus N3 up to Nk. And sum of all scores in group G is nothing but sum of the scores of all the groups. That means sum of all scores in group G is equal to N1 M1 plus N2 M2 plus N3 M3 plus plus Nk Mk. Therefore, the mean of group G, mean of group G, which is denoted by mean combined, and which is equal to N1 M1 plus N2 M2 plus N3 M3 plus plus Nk Mk and whole divided by N1 plus N2 plus N3 plus plus Nk. That means we can find the combined mean of the groups by using this formula. Now consider the example. The three groups are given and their number of scores and means are given. We have to find out the combined mean of the three groups. That means the mean of group when these three groups are combined. Now we know that the formula for calculating combined mean as mean combined is equal to n1 m1 plus n2 m2 plus n3 m3 dot up to say if there are k groups, then n1 nk mk divided by total number of scores, that means n1 n2 n3 like this. Now here three groups are given, so the formula can be used as n1 m1 plus n2 m2 plus n3 m3 divided by n1 plus n2 plus n3. Now put the values n1 40, m1 25, that means 40 into 25 plus 80 into 22 plus 70 into 21 divided by 40 plus 80 plus 70, and which is which is equal to 1000 plus 1760 plus 1470 whole divided by 190, and sum of these three numbers is 4230 divided by 190, that means which is equal to 22.26. In this way we can find the combined mean. Now let us consider the another type of example. Let us consider the example, if 5 is added to each score of the following distribution, then what is the mean of new distribution? The distribution is given in the form of raw scores. Suppose these scores say x, then 5 is added to each score, that means we can find x plus 5, that means 50 plus 5, it is 55, 57, 60, 61, 73, 70, 67, then 62 and 75. Now firstly we find the mean of given distribution, and then we will find the mean of new distribution. Now total number of scores in first given distribution is 8. The total number of scores for the new distribution is also 8. Now total number of scores of given distribution is equal to 480. That means directly we can find the mean of given distribution. Say m is equal to mean of given distribution, and which is equal to sum of all these scores, that means 50 plus 52 plus 56 up to 70 divided by 8, and which is equal to 480 upon 8, and which is equal to 60. Now we find the mean of new distribution. So suppose mean of new distribution is m dash, then m dash is equal to sum of all these scores, that means 55 plus 57 plus 61 plus dot plus 75 upon total number of scores is equal to 8, and which is equal to 520 upon 8, and which is equal to 65. That means m dash is equal to 65. Therefore we can find that m dash is equal to m plus 5. That means if we add a particular number in each score of the given distribution, then the mean of new distribution is equal to mean of given distribution plus that particular number. Let us consider second example. If each score of the following distribution is multiplied by 7, then what is the mean of new distribution? Now these scores are given. We have calculated the mean of this distribution. This mean is equal to m is equal to 60. Now multiply each score by 7. That means 7 into x. So 7 into x is equal to 350, then 364, 392, 476, 455, 434, 399 and 490. Suppose the mean of this new distribution is m double dash. So m double dash is equal to sum of all these scores upon total number of scores 8, and the sum of all these scores is equal to 3360 divided by 8, and which is equal to 420. That means we can say that m double dash is equal to 7 into 60. That means m double dash is equal to 7 into m. If each score of the given distribution is multiplied by a particular number, then mean of new distribution is equal to mean of given distribution multiplied by that particular number. In previous part, we have seen that how to calculate mean, how to calculate median, and how to calculate mode. Now mean is calculated as m is equal to summation x upon x n when raw scores are given. That means when ungrouped data is given, then mean is calculated by this formula, and when the score frequency distribution is given, then mean is calculated by using the formula m is equal to summation x upon n. And when class interval and frequency distribution is given, by assume mean method, mean is calculated by m is equal to am, that means assume mean plus summation ft upon n into I. Again, median is nothing but the midpoint of the distribution or midpoint of score series. And when the frequency distribution is given, then median is calculated by using the formula md is equal to L plus n by 2 minus capital F upon small f into I. Mode is nothing but the a score whose frequency is highest. That means the score occurring most frequently is nothing but mode. And from group data, the mode can be calculated by this formula as MO is equal to L plus F0 minus F minus 1 F upon 2 into F0 minus F minus 1 minus F1 into I. If we observe this while calculating mean, the all scores are considered. The values of all scores are taken, and if we change any one value of the score in distribution, then it affects the value of mean. That means each score in a distribution affects the value of mean. But while calculating median, only the score on midpoint is considered. That means only midpoint is considered. The values of other scores, that means left or right to midpoint, these scores are not considered. That means the extreme scores do not affect the median. Now again we consider mode. Then mode is a score having highest frequency. That means it may be higher score or low score. It is a very crude measure of central tendency. Sometimes the distribution has no mode. Sometimes the distribution has more than two modes or more than one mode. Calculate the mode from group data, then only frequencies are considered. The extreme scores are not considered, only the score whose frequency or the class interval whose frequency is highest, this is only this score or this class interval is considered. Therefore the most reliable and valid measure of central tendency is mean, because every score is considered and each score affect the value of m. In this way, in this part we have seen the combined mean and uh, which measure of central tendency is stable and reliable. In next part we will consider the next tendency of scores as variability.